Hey everybody, it's Lucas, Pokemon Trainer here on Tuesday. And after talking about integrity yesterday, I want to come and talk to everybody about how to grow the business. Because it's going to take a while. It's something that you hear a lot of the creators talk about. You hear GemTCG talk about this. You hear Phantom Cards talk about this. You hear PokePaster talk about this, TJ. All of them talk about reinvesting it and buying stuff and how long it takes and what you should do. I have like 3 rules. LED, list every day. Listing every day helps you in the algorithm. And on that, to make sure you can list every day, because you get 5,000 cards at once. If you are to the point like I just was, where you're like almost at 5,000 listings, a trick I did was I actually converted my account to a business account. Now, granted, and it will go from it'll go from 5,000 limit if you can't get an increase request. So if you make it a business account, you can put like 550,000, not 500,000. It's $500,000, but 50,000. Let me look real quick. I'm pretty sure it's like 50,000. Yeah, 50,000 items, not listings. 50,000 items. But if you have a big inventory like 50,000 on there, you probably don't need to list more, and you can probably, um, you know, deal with like more bulk or more collections and stuff. You're probably never going to get to the 50,000. If you do, you can probably request an increase because you're selling so much. You're probably not going to have 50,000 there at once. And another part of though, so after you list every day, you need to make sure you're buying collections on a regular basis. I think, and this is what I want to do with the business, I'm just going to keep reinvesting it until it builds up big enough where it's to a big enough point where I can, maybe quit my day job and not have to rely on things like that and be able to make a good income. But that means that every sort of small profit, you're not taking it out because you need, well, maybe you do have an emergency and you need to take it out, but reinvesting it back in the business, saving up enough where you can buy new collections, whether it be $100 or $1,000. Because I mean, if you save up and you get a couple $750 collections, maybe you get some bulk on top of that, so you put some bulk and the collections, it's going to really help your business. Also, another tip, trainers don't sell that well on eBay. If you want to just make a TCG account just to sell, just to sell like good trainer cards and just not have like the non-holos anywhere but on eBay, that's a brilliant plan. It's what I do. Well, I've had previously had like 16,000 cards on TCG Player. I'm working on like converting all that over along with my extra cards I got. I got like a massive box down there where I was trying to get reverse holos earlier, where I was just like setting like the normal cards in there. I've got all sorts of Scarlet and Violet sets. So I don't have any of the from any of the new sets since they turned to the next generation of cards. I just got Scarlet and Violet, and then like the Sword and Shield era, and I got some Sun and Moon. I just think that when you're thinking of growing, you really need to put your all into it, because if you build up to it and you just continue reinvesting, all of a sudden it becomes like a boulder running downhill. Except not in a bad way, in a good way. I think reinvesting in the business is the best thing you can do, because what do you want? What do you want for your business? Do you want the $5 or $10 that you're gonna get at the start? Or do you want to reinvest it and maybe be able to pull out $1,000 in the future every month, or even more than that? I hear about people in this business being able to pull out 5-10 grand a month and it not hurting their business at all. But that's also, they don't take days off. Like me, I don't take days off. I make sure I list every day. I try to hit 200 cards at least. Sometimes I'm closer to 500. But I'm also a single guy who isn't married and won't be probably for a couple of years. So that's what I choose to do. I just wanted to get on here and talk about how I know it might suck for now. Feels like you're working for nothing. But always making sure that you're reinvesting. And maybe part of that trying to reinvest in your business is you have a YouTube channel. To try to filter some of it towards your store. Or if that's what you want to do, or document your journey like I'm doing. Phantom Cards is doing that. But you need to always be reinvesting. I'd say bulk at first. I don't think you should try to hit collections at first. I think the more bulk you have, because these will sell, not Braiding Greninja. Like, this will sell on eBay, $2. If you can get bulk that has a lot of that in there, I mean, you might pull a Gradient Greninja, or you might not. But you'll pull some good cards, and they all sell. It's just about how fast they sell. And when you are growing, and I'm going to talk a bit about prices and stuff now. If you are growing, I think a smart thing that I've thought about, listening to other people like Andrew from Gem TCG and Phantom Cards and even Pokepaster, even though he's not eBay. I think up to 500 feedback, before 500 feedback, these reverse hollows and stuff, these should probably be $2. Unless it's the market price is higher, should probably be at minimum $2. What I like to do is look at the TCG market price. I learned this from Phantom Cards. If it says it's under 50 cents on TCG Player, I'll put it at $2. If it's if it's 50 cents to $1, I put it at $2.49. If it's $1 to $1.50, I put it at $2.99. And then so on, $1.50 to $2, $3.49. Maybe it won't sell immediately. None of this stuff will. But the more inventory you have, the better it is. I would not advise, if you're trying to grow your business, trying to do this, I'm going to buy 5 cards that are worth $100 if you get 500. I would say spend $500 in bulk, and you'll have like, oh God, if it's $10, probably get 50,000 cards. And list all of it. Because if you do, that'll be a great, the more listings you have, the more likely that you're going to not get the one card order, you're going to get the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 card orders where you really make the profit. Because it's not, like, it's great that you want to make money on the one card orders, which I agree we should. But where eBay really sets itself apart from TCG Player is when you have the 3, 4, 5 card orders. I still profit like $3 or $4, and I have a buy 2 get 1 free on my site. And I think it's a buy 5 get 3 free, and then a buy 10 get 8 free. Even with that, I still get massive profit. Whereas if it's on TCG Players, like 25 cents, so you can have 10 cards, and it's like $4. No, that's not. It's not that much. It's like $2.50. And on eBay, if you sell 10 cards at $2, you're having to pay. Yeah, you're probably having to pay the shipping on that. It'll still be standard envelope. 10 cards isn't over. It isn't over the 3 ounces. You can put that in a standard envelope, and at worst, it's 3 ounces. I think it would be closer to 2. But it'd probably be 1.5 or something like that. Because one card is like 0.7 the way I do it. But, so, there's just so much more profit. But that stuff can only happen when you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,000 listings on your thing, or at least that many items. Like, I have about 4,000 cards on my store. It's not quite. It's like 3,500. And I only got 2K listings. Because you can't do duplicates on eBay. So I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about how to grow your eBay store, what you should be doing, what you should be looking to do when you're reinvesting. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one for Wednesday video. Peace.